What's up, everyone? It is the Fierce Zilla here, and today we are going to take a look at the Bandai creation, Spacegodzilla. Now, without further ado, let's go on ahead and take a closer look at the articulation on this figure. So, to start off here, Spacegodzilla has a very long tail, and probably at its time, probably the only kaiju in the whole Godzilla franchise, again, at its time, probably with the longest tail. And now we see that Shin Godzilla had the longer tail, and now I think Godzilla Ultima has the longer tail if you compare with the SH Monster Arts Godzilla Ultima. But anywho, so with the tail on this Bandai creation Spacegodzilla, you can see here it is curved to where it's straight there, and then it kind of goes in like an S-shape curve of the tail. Now for the rotation of the tail, yes, up to pretty much on this point is where you can rotate this segment of the tail. And you can do that all the way around of a full 360. Now for the second segment of the tail, you'd have it pretty much up to that much right here of the second part. And you can twist it around like so. It's a little bit more stiffer when you have to rotate it, but nonetheless, you can rotate this part of the tail. It's just a little bit more stiffer and a lot more tighter to rotate compared to this part, as you can hear, it's pretty easy to turn it around, whereas for this part, yeah, it's a lot more tougher to try to twist it all the way around. But there you have it on the tail. Now with the hands here, so pretty much there you have to where he's, arms forward. Now let's see how far the arms can go back. And he's like, oh, hello, everyone. And then all of a sudden, arms are at the back. And that's how far the arms can reach at the back. And then go on ahead and put them back forward. It's kind of funny because like when he has his arms, when you can put it like that, and kind of thinking of how when Godzilla in the what was it, the Showa era, where he kind of does that gesture with his hands to like his tummy, his stomach. Kind of makes me think of like when Spacegodzilla's like this. Spacegodzilla's like, oh man, I'm so full, I can't eat another bite. Kind of gesture. Now, for the last part on the articulation for this Spacegodzilla figure, it would be, of course, the head. So the head can rotate all the way around. And that's pretty much going to be it for the articulation on this Spacegodzilla figure. Now, with the paint job on the figure, he is consisting of a much darker charcoal color in comparison with Godzilla. Now, I think I'm trying to recollect if I do have a Bandai Japan Godzilla from, can't remember on the year. I think it was I'd have to check back on the year, but I'm sure of the year that this Space Godzilla was shown. I'll put that in the title of this video of the year that Space Godzilla was first appeared. Yeah, because the only Godzilla that would go well with this figure here would be the Mechagodzilla from Godzilla vs. Spacegodzilla. Yeah, I don't think I have any kind of vinyl figure that will match up with this Spacegodzilla figure here right now. But as far as with going back to the color, the paint job, that yeah, it's pretty much of a dark charcoal color, mix of, I'd say, perhaps a maroon color, or if not, a very dark red on the chest here. Well, pretty much the front of Space Godzilla, of the chest, and pretty much the lower half of the body there. And you can see that same colorization right here on the crystals, and then it goes on to being yellow and then white, kind of like those candy corn candies almost that he has on as crystals. And with his Space Godzilla's crystal dorsal plates here, consisting of a white and black color all the way down. And convenient how with this figure, it is painted all the way to the tip of the tail, which is nice. And then I know for as far as with the characteristics on Space Godzilla, of like the figure, the mold of it, I should say, that I know some people would not like of how there's like a gap right here, but I'd assume there's a reason for that, and I can only think of as seeing how there's like a seam right here to where the bottom half and the top half of his body meet, so maybe they kind of weren't too sure how much of the space, was needed to put on the top half and the bottom half together. Because I know for other Space Godzilla figures that it does, there's some where the gap fills in, but even though it does, that even the way how the crystals are, they're kind of like slanted in a way. But now, looking at the front of the face here, so with the, I guess you could say crown or just headpiece at the top at the front of his forehead, of a very yellowish color, and then definitely yellow eyes there. And you got that tongue, that pink tongue there. And then the white teeth, and then these, not sure what you'd call those, but I guess teeth also. Or just very sharp, pointy things at the side of his mouth. And then also a white color of the claws and then the toes as well. And a little history on this figure. So, growing up, this one was part of, again, the Bandai creation line, I think around, I want to say maybe between 2004, 2005. So this was like one of the very few figures that I got growing up as a kid, getting this one from Toys R Us. And if I want to take you back to your childhood of remembering Toys R Us. So like how at Toys R Us back in the day, that in the packaging for these Bandai creation figures at the time, that they were packaged in in an orange color, package where Godzilla is like up in the back in the corner, and it kind of like resembled of like a burning Godzilla kind of theme almost. So like the whole package was like a mix of like red and orange, so like a red orange package there. I still have one somewhere, but I'll get to showing you guys that one later on down the road. But yeah, good times in childhood, good times of coming across a Godzilla figure at Toys R Us. But yeah, that's how I know I haven't mentioned it before of how I come across of where I get some of the figures, but since right now, this week, going over this Bandai Creation figure, and then Thursday of another Bandai Creation figure. So yeah, I thought it would be nice just to look back at the good times of coming across a Godzilla figure at Toys R Us again. But alright, let's just go on ahead now, as we've covered pretty much almost everything. And let's go ahead and size up Spacegodzilla with some other figures now. Alright everyone, so as I said before, pretty much this week I'm going to be taking a look at looking at different variety of the Bandai Creation figures of Godzilla. Well, sorry, to reiterate that, a variety of different Godzilla Bandai Creation figures that came out from around 2005, I would say. So first up to compare, we have Spacegodzilla with also another Bandai Creation, King Ghidorah, the GMK version, 2001. And yep, I also got this King Ghidorah around the same time that first wave of the Bandai Creation figures that came in that red-orange packaging. So this was also another one of the few figures that I got around that time growing up. So roughly they are almost at the same height. And then of course, if King Ghidorah's wings were all the way up like that, I'm sure that in height that King Ghidorah would be taller that way, but looking at them face to face kind of comes pretty close, but I'm not too sure, but I'll let you guys be the judge of that, of who's taller. Alright, let's go ahead and move on. Alright, and now we have Spacegodzilla with also another Bandai Creation figure, and that is here on the right. We have the 1974 Mechagodzilla. And a little history on this figure of when I got it. So I'd say it was around that time of that. Not too sure of the chronological order of the waves, but of when I got this Mechagodzilla figure, it came in the packaging of where the package was all gray and black, and it had the Godzilla Final Wars as the, package of the cover, for that time when you would find them at Toys R Us, maybe like around 2008, 2000, between 2008, 2010, roughly in that time frame when they updated their packaging for the figures. But looking at them now face to face, definitely Mechagodzilla is taller than Spacegodzilla. Alright, let's take a look at one last figure to compare. Alright, and last but not least, here we have the return again of the Bandai creation Hedorah figure, also known as the Smog Monster, next to the Bandai creation Spacegodzilla. And also again, as going on to just, talking of the history of when I got these figures. So again, for the Hedorah figure, I'd say it also was when I got it when the packaging were with the Godzilla Final Wars, where it was all gray and black at the time. Pretty much when Godzilla Final Wars, that Godzilla Final. Well, you know what I mean there. The Godzilla from Godzilla Final Wars was the one in all the packaging on those figure with all those figures. Is what I'm trying to say. But to size up now, looking face to face, yeah, definitely. Even if he didn't have the bump there, I'd say the Hedorah is still, I think, taller. Yeah, definitely taller. But okay, now let's just pass this along now to Fierce Azilla Jr. and see what he has to say now about Spacegodzilla. All right, Fierce Zilla Jr., what are your final thoughts here on the Bandai creation Spacegodzilla figure? And again, I know, keep in mind that this is technically your doppelganger from space, as somehow your cells got into space or whatnot. So just try to be calm, because I know technically you guys are somehow related, but never mind that. Go ahead. Just share your thoughts with everyone. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you are still the original, and that yes, this is just, I guess you could say, a variation of yourself in a way. But yes, Fierce Zilla Jr., you are still a Godzilla in that sense, if that's what you're trying to say. But alright then, everyone, I guess that's going to be it for today's figure review. Thank you all for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, go on ahead and leave a like. And if you're new to the channel and you're coming back here on a regular basis and you're not subscribed, why not go ahead and subscribe, so that way you don't miss out on future videos. And even more better, that if you click that notification bell, you definitely won't miss out on when I post a video. And again, you get figure reviews every Tuesday and Thursday. And to end the week off on a good note, on every Friday, you get the Fierce Zilla vlog. And to top it off, that every now and then, either on Mondays or Wednesdays, I will post stop motion videos of the figures that I review. So that way, you get to also enjoy a little bit more out of the Fierce Zilla YouTube channel. So don't forget, subscribe, like the video, and hit that notification bell to see more. We will see you all in the next video.